Hello everyone, I hope you guys are having a wonderful day, making some really good trades. And yep, let's just get on our Bitcoin chart. We'll get to Elrond in just a little bit. And we could see that Bitcoin has come all the way down to 21,482 now. Woo! An epic collapse down from that $26,600 level, or did not end up holding as support. And we actually, oops, let me just reverse that right there. We actually ended up breaking down right here. So a big congratulations to Infinity in the Discord who accurately predicted this from happening. So congratulations to him. And we actually took a little bit of a head short as well, made a nice little 10% today on Bitcoin breaking down towards the downside. And actually we are making a new lower low right now, down to 21,500. I think we just went as low as 21,400, but let's just see what happens tomorrow morning. And now let's take a look at that weekly time frame. I just want to get into this right now while it's fresh in my mind. Now I have been saying, and I don't know if you guys have been watching the past couple videos I've done in the last few months, but I've been saying that once we cross into that red money flow and we confirm it, that we would most likely see a 50% correction in the Bitcoin price. Now, what has happened? We are on the weekly time frame. We cross into that red money flow. And what has happened so far? Well, you know what? We got a 51% correction in the Bitcoin price. Now, does this mark the bottom? Clearly not, because we're still making new lower lows right now. We're down 51%. We can see that right here as well. Once we cross into that red money flow on Market Cipher, what happened? We got a 50% correction, a 51% correction. And we could actually go back to 2014 as well. And we could do a measured move from around these levels right here. And you know what? This one was a little bit more severe. This one was a 58% correction from that cross into the red money flow before we found a definitive bottom, and then we started trending back towards the upside. Now, just because we've corrected 51% doesn't mean the bottom's in. We could very well, go down to 58% or even 60%, which would bring us around to $17,000 right here, right? Now, we are at that 200-day moving average right here. The weekly has obviously not closed. There's still 5 days left, but right now it looks like we're blasting through it. You can take a look at the daily. The daily, I believe, closed above the 200-day, which is nice to see. And right now we are, moving towards the downside. This could be a wick. It couldn't be. We are moving pretty aggressively right now towards the downside. So if Bitcoin does keep moving down, you could probably take a look at that $1,700 level. Sorry, what am I saying? $16,784 level. Too much chicken is in my belly right now. I can't focus on the charts. I'm just kidding. But yeah, overall, if Bitcoin keeps dumping, you're going to see the altcoins bleed significantly more as well. Let's actually take a look at that Bitcoin dominance. I believe it's right here. Nope, not right here. Where's our Bitcoin dominance? It's missing. It's gone missing. Is this the Bitcoin dominance? No, it's not. It's supposed to be the Bitcoin dominance. Oh, we'll just put it back on the Bitcoin dominance. There we go. Actually, the Bitcoin dominance is actually taking a big dump towards the downside. I'm actually quite surprised because I expect the altcoins to actually sell off a little bit harder than Bitcoin. Actually, today, the altcoins sold off significantly more. And actually, Celsius causing this entire debacle to be happening right now. Actually, let's take a look at Celsius, because Celsius is down more than 40% in one day, I think. I think Celsius was down 7% right now, but it was down 40% on the day. Let's take a look at that move. Yeah, it went down 77%, recovered a little bit, but now it is still on the move towards the downside. I don't really know the logistics of it, but all I know is that it's bad news for the market. Kind of reminds me of Terra Luna depegging from UST, which was really bad. It actually caused Bitcoin to crash all the way down to $30,000. And I actually want to talk about something that someone talked about in the Discord. I believe is Niksha, or I hope I'm pronouncing it right. Or Niksha was talking about it, about MicroStrategy potentially having its liquidation level set at $21,000, which is not true, because MicroStrategy's liquidation level for all of its Bitcoin holdings is around $3,600, right? Around that level. So it's actually $3,580 or something like that, but overall You know, it's with MicroStrategy is nowhere near its liquidation price. They could still drop to 21,000. Then they would have to post collateral to cover one of their loans, which is around $210 million, and they do have enough Bitcoin in reserves to actually cover their loan for Silver Bank or something like that. I was reading about on the article. I could post it for you guys if you guys are interested. But mind you, you know, the carnage is not over. It's very possible that Bitcoin keeps moving towards the downside. I know there's a lot of bearish sentiment out there, and you know, the bottom may not be in. There's a lot of manipulations in the market as well. Just pay attention to that. You can see that the BTC longs, right, on Bitfinex keep growing as the Bitcoin price keeps dipping. So it's very interesting to see that as they keep adding to their long positions as the Bitcoin price falls. Now we could actually take a look at the Nasdaq. Actually ended up down over 4.68% today. An absolute bloodbath in the markets. A Nasdaq could be coming into some nice support right here, as we could see tagging this level right there. Maybe we'll be due for a bounce tomorrow. We do have some news coming out, which is the PPI data. Now, if the PPI something I want to say as well is, if the PPI data keeps increasing, then you probably won't see a top in the CPI as well, because the PPI is a producer price index, which is basically what it costs producers to produce a consumer good, and then they'll sell it to the consumer, right? But they might lower the price significantly, or they might not increase the price at all, and just eat the cost of the increased prices, the increase of how much it costs to produce it for them. And then in that case, they're kind of hiding inflation in a way, and it could also be reducing the consumer sizes, right? They've seen packs of 40 Oreos or something like that, and then they'll take out 10 away but sell it for the same price. That is hidden inflation in a way, right? They're just reducing the sizes of what you're getting, your bang for your buck, as you say. But overall, we could be due for a bounce. The markets are, basically flat right now in the aftermarket trading. Not much happening. Bitcoin is still ripping down to $21,168. We did make a little bit of a trade on Elrond, but if that one doesn't play out, we'll take the loss. Again, just trying to make some small plays out there. We did bag a nice little bit, 10% on our spot trade, but obviously we want to make some consistent returns. So let's see if Bitcoin actually comes down and tags this previous all-time high, which is around $19,800. Maybe we'll get to that level and we'll get a bounce from there. But for the time being, the carnage continues. And actually, it's still short on natural gas, and I'm still short on oil. I still expecting nice little pullback on those commodities right there. Gold getting absolutely ripped down today. Nothing surviving the market crash today. Big pullback in everything today. Nothing survived. Silver pullback, gold pullback, and then all the indexes pullback as well. And you can see, this was just, investors digesting that negative CPI news over the weekend and trying to get out of their trades today. Everybody's selling off, and you can see that that inflation has clearly not peaked. I don't know why they say it's peaked. It hasn't. And I've been reiterating this for many months at a time. All of 2021 I've been saying inflation is going to be a problem. You need to hedge against it. You need to protect yourself. Zero rates is not the solution. Their 2% target is going to be blown through. You can see their 2% target is around this level right here. They've managed to keep inflation at their 2% target for so long, and now all that inflation and all that money printing is starting to reveal itself. And so let's see what happens at the next CPI report, which is going to be around July 13th. But we're pretty far away from that at this point. We're basically a month away from it. So let's just look at what the data shows us tomorrow. And again, we have the FOMC meeting on Wednesday, and I believe it's at 8:30 or 2 o'clock. I'm not too sure what time it is, but I'll just check with you guys and let you guys know in the Discord. And what do you guys think that they're going to raise the rates to? Because even if they raise the rates an entire percent, a 100 basis point rate hike, that would still not be enough to fight inflation. You can see that inflation is at 8.6. You need 10% interest rates to fight inflation. That's 8.6. You don't fight inflation by raising the rates to 1%. Right now they raised it 75 basis points, and look what has happened to the traditional markets. You know, a 20%, actually this is more in the Nasdaq. The Nasdaq is actually down over 32% now, counting today. You know, the carnage continues. And the same thing for the S&P 500, now confirming today, I believe, that they are down in a bear market, down 21%. Then S&P 500 enters bear market territory, right? And I've been telling people, you got to get out of tech, you got to get out of this, and you got to get into gold stocks, and you got to get into silver stocks, because that's my personal opinion, where you're going to be able to preserve your wealth, preserve your, you know, your value in a high period of inflation, you know, and a high period of unemployment, which I believe is going to be coming, followed by this period of high inflation and the rate hikes. And it's insufficient rate hikes. I think that the rate hikes that they're doing right now is going to be enough to put us into a recession and not enough to fight inflation. So I don't even know why they're doing the rate hikes. If they were going to do the rate hikes properly, just do it properly, accordingly, and just send us into a recession so we can fight inflation accordingly. But you know, they've made bad decision after another, and they're going to keep making bad decisions. So we'll let them do that. And we can actually see that even my gold stocks today were not sheltered against this market sell-off, actually getting torn down 11%, 9%, 7% on the silver side, and a little bit safer on the gold stocks, only down 3%, 5% here on AEM, and Newmont Mining down 2.42%. So overall, the carnage continues. Just be patient, relax, take a deep breath, don't go all in, and you should be okay. If you go all in and you over leverage, you're going to be in trouble, especially in periods of high market volatility, as we see. If you held your trades with 50x leverage like some of you do by following my trades, and again, the only reason I have a high success rate in my crypto leverage trades is because I average in and I scale my positions with small position sizes. And yes, sometimes we'll take some losses, but overall, you know, we have a high win rate for a reason. You know, we don't go all in on our trades, and we start small and we can build our position sizes bigger. Anyways, guys, thanks for listening. Really appreciate the support. We're at 11,000 subscribers now. Let's see if we can get to 25,000, and then I'll do that next giveaway, which is going to be $2,500. And yeah, I think that's it for today. I'm just going to wrap it up. Thanks for supporting the channel, guys. Don't forget to smash that like button and hit that subscribe button as well. Also, if you guys want to join the Discord, you can. That's where I post all my trades and all my charts, and you guys can actually come there and ask me questions if you want, get some market analysis. And if you want to support the channel without joining Discord, you guys can sign up for Big Get Trading. That's where I do all my crypto trades. Love you guys. Peace.